how much work can be done in one day compared to the work that has to be done. Some will think that maybe nobody works there anymore, and unfortunately I'm sure there is some really brave persons, heroes. There is no other name. They are not kamikazes or samurai as some say. They are just heroes. $580,000 microsieverts on the plant. Means the work conditions are not only difficult or dangerous, they are lethal. And on TV today, I think in almost all the country, they told you that eating vegetable will not affect your health. I've learned something else which was very interesting. It is the difference between irradiation and contamination. So I will share this with you if you have not understand already. First we're going to talk about irradiation. This, let's say it's irradiate material, okay? The irradiation is the, let's say, a light, sort of light, invisible, that this radioactive material will send through you, direct, like that, okay? This is irradiation. The power of direct irradiation is the distance per square meter. Mean if you are at 1 meter from this, you're gonna take high irradiation directly. If you are at 2 meters, you're gonna take half of this irradiation. So the more far you are from this source of radioactive material, the less external irradiation you're gonna take. Okay, you get it? If you are 1 meter, you are fully irradiated. If you are 2 meters, you got half of the dose. This is irradiation. Now we're going to talk about contamination. You take the same material, let's say it melt or it blow or you break it, whatever. This particle radioactive will become dust, okay, small particle. When this radioactive piece is broke or melt, if you come with your counter GGR and you approach this radioactive with the counter GGR, you know it will make a lot of noise. If you break this in small parts, you evaporate it everywhere. You come back with your counter GGR, you will record a really small amount of radioactivity. I got this information from someone, as I told you, who came back from Chernobyl recently. When this radioactive substance is divided in dust, it becomes less viewable. Then when the dust or the radioactive particle go into the soil, everything will come from this soil will probably have this dust. The soil or the sea, the fish, everything who is a bit radioactive. And when you eat it, there's radioactive particle inside the vegetable, the fruit, the fish, the meat, the milk, water. They go inside your body. So we are not talking about irradiation, external irradiation, which can be lethal also. But now we are talking about small irradiate particles that you are eating. They go inside your body, and when they are and when they go inside, they are much more dangerous than the one that you can get from irradiation, especially if you are far for irradiation at 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers. You don't have a high risk of direct irradiation, lethal. But when you eat a contaminated product, then the action of the radioactive material that you have injected inside of you will cause the biggest destruction and faster. So whatever you do, you should not eat something who is radioactive. Obviously, nobody will try to sell radioactive product on the market, but there is always, as they say in the nuclear industry, there is no zero risk life. They said it themselves. Well, it's the same for the food. There is no zero risk to have one tomato in a pack of 20 who will have been contaminated. If you eat it, it goes inside and it goes really fast to destroy your DNA. It attacks the bones, and after months or years, bones will liquefy. Not totally, but you know, the bones will start to liquefy, and this is what will cause bone cancer. Other, you know, I will not enter in this detail because we are not trying to make any sensational here. So irradiation and contamination are two effects of the radiation. Both are bad and deadly. If you are far from a power plant, you might not be at risk of high irradiation. You just have to take care of the contamination, and this in any country. If you hear that radiation here are a bit more high than usual, I will not give you any advice, but just remember what I just told you. I learned it today from someone who made years of research on Chernobyl. So I believe him after I watched his work much more than those who are today saying a level 7 disaster is not something that big. Thank you very much. I'll try to upload another video.